Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome to plantfitmeg. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about how to get back on track after being sick. I myself was sick there for a little bit, and so I thought what better time to put out a video to talk about what to do while you're sick and tips for getting back into the swing of things after being sick. I'll share tips that have worked well for me and for my clients, how to get back into it after not feeling well for a while. My first tip is if you feel illness coming on and you can set yourself up and prep some food ahead of time, I highly recommend doing that. A while back when my son was actually ill and I thought, that might end up spreading around the household and I might end up being sick too. So I prepped extra food in anticipation that I might end up getting sick as well, and I did. So I was really happy that I was able to prep a few extra things and just have more food on hand so that I didn't have as much to do while I wasn't feeling very well. And so if you have the opportunity to, if you sort of can sense it coming or conditions are such that you might get sick, it's a great idea to stock up on some grocery items, some pantry items, prep extra meals and extra food if you can. You can put things in the fridge, put things in the freezer, and have things just kind of ready to go so that if you do get sick, you're well prepared for it. I like to prep things like soups or sometimes chili. Chili's iffy, I think, when you're sick. Sometimes it can be really warming and really comforting, and sometimes it can be a little bit too much, like a little bit too much spice and a little bit too flavorful almost, but I do like to have soups or chilies on hand. I also like to prep protein pancakes, which might sound really weird to eat pancakes when you're sick, but I do find it sort of a comforting, nice, easy thing to eat while I'm not feeling well. So I'll either make my baked pancake and put that in the fridge or freezer, or I will make just regular protein pancakes and have those on hand. I also like to make seitan ahead of time. I find eating seitan while I'm sick is pretty easy. It's almost like eating bread in a way, depending on how you prepare it, of course, but my favorite recipe is the 5-minute seitan from Vegan Proteins. I've shared a video preparing it, so I'll link that up here in case you want to check it out, and definitely go check out their original video and original recipe. I also like to do smoothie prep, so I will combine all of the ingredients in a Tupperware container or in big Ziploc bags. So I'll put all the fruit and greens and sort of the base ingredients, the flax seeds and things like that in the bag, put it in the freezer, and then all I have to do is dump the bag or dump the Tupperware container into the blender, add my liquid, so add my soy milk or my water, and then blend it up and it's good to go. Using the blender while you're ill can be difficult too because it's so loud, and sometimes when you're sick that can be a lot, but keep in mind that you're not blending for very long. It'll pass quickly, and if you can just kind of get in and get out and get it done, it's a really great way to get a lot of nutrition in while you're not feeling well, particularly if you have a sore throat and things like that and it's a bit harder to eat. You can pack greens in there, beans or tofu with lots of fruit, and it can be a really nice way to get lots of nutrition in when you're not feeling your best. I always like to have frozen fruit and frozen vegetables on hand at any time, whether I'm feeling well or not well or anything, anytime. Those are great things, great staples to have on hand. I also make sure I have oats on hand so that I can make oatmeal, and I'll buy canned soups as well in case I haven't prepped a soup ahead of time and I just need some kind of warming and nourishment in my body. I'll grab a can of soup, so whether it's a can of tomato soup or a vegetable soup, I'll do that. And then sometimes if it's just a really simple tomato soup, if I can add extra things to it to add a little bit more nutrition while I'm not feeling well, that's a nice way to kind of give it a little boost, like adding in some frozen mixed vegetables, some lentils or chickpeas, maybe some noodles or rice. But I try to continue to do what I can to get balanced meals in as much as possible. It's not always fully possible. You can probably still tell my voice is a little bit crackling a little bit, still recovering, but trying to get those balanced meals in is a great way to get the nutrition in and really feed your body and feed yourself while you're recovering so that you can start to feel better sooner, hopefully. And if you're not able to do that and you're just kind of living on toast for a little bit or things like that are really just simple and easy, if that's all you can really manage and get down, that's okay too. Eat your toast. It's fine. You won't be sick forever. It's not going to be something that is going to be, a super long-term thing. So if you have a cold or flu and all you can really manage is toast for a few days, that's okay. Get back into adding more balance and adding more balanced meals, adding in more protein, and trying to eat more variety as you can. A really, really common tip, but super important, is to stay hydrated. Drink lots and lots of water. Our bodies need it, our bodies want it, and when we're not feeling great and there's a lot going on, it can be hard to sort of remember to drink water if you're sleeping a lot and you're just not thinking about drinking water. So I have a whole video about how to drink more water, so I'll leave that linked up here in case you haven't seen it or you want a little refresher. But filling up a water bottle and keeping it on hand, whether you're going, from your bed to couch and back again, just having water on hand, drinking warm water if cold water is just not really appealing to you, or drinking really cold water if that's what you prefer. Adding a little squeeze of lemon or lime to your water, something to jazz it up a little bit to make it more appealing, can also be helpful. And generally, just whether you really want to drink it or not, just making sure that you are getting some hydration in and drinking some water can be really helpful. I also love drinking tea when I'm sick. Well, let's be honest, I love drinking tea all the time, but particularly when I'm not feeling well, I find a nice warming cup of tea is just really, really helpful, really nice. So if you're a tea lover like me, definitely drink some tea while you're not feeling well. Rest and sleep, of course, are so important while you're not feeling well so that your body can really just recover and fight off that cold or flu that you're dealing with in order to recover and get better. So definitely rest, definitely sleep. Another thing here is to ask for help. So I know sometimes I get into a mode where I just do all the things. I work from home, and so I have an opportunity to get a lot more things done at our household and with taking care of our kiddo than my hubby does, who works outside of the home. He's wonderful, and I don't want to downplay that at all because that's not what this is about. But because I'm accustomed to doing a lot more things around the household, with errands and household chores and just general life things that need done at the home, I'll just get wrapped up in that cycle of just sort of continuing to do the things even though I feel terrible. So I have to sort of force myself to pause and, okay, do I actually have the energy to do these things? And I need to rest. I need downtime. And so I need to sort of talk myself into that. I know everybody's a little bit different here. Some people might think that's really wild and really weird to think that way. And rest and recovery might just be like very obvious, like duh, of course that's what you do while you're sick. But I find oftentimes I have to remind myself, it's like, oh right, I'm not functioning at my full capacity here, and I shouldn't just pretend like I am or pretend like I can. I do need to slow down. I do need to put my foot on the brakes a little bit and just ease off a little bit, and asking for some extra help. And my husband is great to just jump in and help out and kind of see where things might be missing or there are gaps, or he'll ask if I need help with this or that. But I think voicing it is also important too, and just using your voice and asking for what you need and figuring out what you need sometimes is the hardest part. Sometimes someone asks you if you need help and you're like, no, it's fine, whatever. And then you realize, oh wait, maybe I do actually need some help here, or maybe I don't need it per se, but it would be nice, it would be helpful, it would be lovely. So take people up on offers to help. Maybe someone offers to bring you groceries, or someone offers to help with childcare, help in some kind of way. Accept help and really take the rest and sleep and recovery time that you need to feel better. Also try to reduce stress during this time. I know sometimes in not feeling well, it can be really, really frustrating and really stressful, and you just want to get back to your normal life, right? You just want to get back to doing all the things you want to do and just get back to normal, right? And it can be such a drag and feel like such a hard time to just be kind of held back from that and having to sort of pause and slow down a little bit and ease off. And that can really increase our stress levels. So it can be a good reminder to take time for ourselves for stress management. And there are many, many, many different ways to manage stress, but use tools that work for you if you know that certain things really help you to manage your stress levels, like listening to particular pieces of music or a playlist that you enjoy, or maybe writing about what's going on and just kind of getting the frustration out on paper, talking to someone about it, meditation, yoga. There's so many different things that can help with stress management. But I think sometimes when we're sick, we get stressed and then we stress about the stress, and it just kind of is a cycle and creates more aggravation and makes it harder for us to really just rest properly and recover and get back to ourselves quicker. So taking that little extra time to really just breathe, try to ground ourselves and calm and not stress about the stress can be really helpful. And take a break. Taking a break is okay. I think sometimes we think that pushing and really grinding and just going and doing the things regardless of how we feel just is better, and more is more and more is better. But oftentimes it's so much better to just ease off and take a break and slow down a little bit and listen to your body, truly listen to it and listen to what it needs. I've been out of the gym for over a week and it feels really uncomfortable for me. I really don't like it. Getting into the gym and just getting into fitness and exercise, for me, it's not just about my physical health, it's not just about aesthetics, it's also about my mental and emotional health and managing my ADHD and all these other things. So it is really hard to stay out of the gym even when I'm not feeling well, but I know that zooming out and looking at the bigger picture and looking at long term, I'm going to be in a better spot to go back stronger and to go back in a better way if I take this rest time now. Because if I just try to push, not only am I risking, spreading disease to other people, which is not great, also I'm not going to get solid workouts in at all. I'm just going to feel crummy the whole time. And it's going to be one of those rare times that I regret going to the gym. And that honestly doesn't happen very often for me. But I did have one day where I went to the gym. I really pushed it. And I was like, I'm not feeling great, but I'll just go. I'll just do the thing. And it was one of those days where I was like, I should not have done that. So I kind of learned my lesson, and it was a good reminder to myself to say, okay, you need to slow down. You need to chill out a little bit. It's okay. You're not going to lose all your muscle in a week. It's okay. It's fine. Take a little breather, rest, recover, and come back even stronger by easing in gradually, not jumping from 0 to 100, taking it slow and gradually getting back into the habits and routines that I was in previously. And if there are habits and routines that you can stay in while you're sick and you can manage, maybe you can keep your nutrition the same. Maybe you can continue to get your 10,000 steps in or however many steps you do per day, then that's great. But again, going back to listening to your body and really doing what is best for you in that moment to prioritize recovery, because that's the most important thing. Remind yourself that slow and steady wins the race, and getting back into the gym and getting back into your habits and routines can take a little bit of time and a little bit of adjustment. Know that getting back into your fitness routine, you won't be at this level that you were before your illness. It's very likely that when you go back, you're going to feel a little bit weaker, you're going to maybe have a little bit less energy, and you're just going to need to work your way in, start, and just work your way up and not be too preoccupied or too fretful or too stressed about where you were before and wanting to get there immediately. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your body, allow yourself time to readjust, gradually ease your way back in. Maybe that means fewer workouts per week, or maybe that just means a little bit less volume, maybe fewer reps or fewer sets. But go in with a plan, do your best, and know that it's not always going to be this way. You might feel kind of frustrated and not as energetic or not as strong, and remind yourself that that's totally normal, totally fine. You're a human, you're not a robot. It's okay. ease your way back in, gradually work your way back up, and know that you're not just working your way back up to where you were, you're working your way back up to where you were, and then you're going to exceed that, and you're going to continue to carry on and move forward and lift more weights or run further or get faster or whatever type of exercise that you enjoy or whatever you're working towards. You're going to improve and you're going to get better the more that you do it. And if you see illness as just a little bump in the road, it's okay. It's a little blip. It's a short-term thing. And then you just get right back to it, ease your way in, and get right back to where you were. And sometimes you'll surprise yourself at how quickly you actually can get back to where you were. And it feels, when you're sick, it feels like, oh, this is the end of the world. This is terrible. Oh, and you're just catastrophizing everything. At least that's how I am when I'm sick. And then getting back into the gym, you might actually surprise yourself that, okay, I can actually do a little bit more than I thought I could. And if you get back in and you overdo it, that's fair too. That's fine. These things happen. Again, don't stress about the stress. If you overdid it, don't beat yourself up about it. Take it as a learning opportunity. Carry it forward into your next day, into your next workout, and learn from it, grow, and continue and carry on from there. I hope this video was helpful to you. Share it with anyone who you think might find it useful. Like the video and leave me a comment below letting me know how you like to get back on track after being sick. Please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more from me. I hope you're having a great day. If you're not feeling well and you're watching this video, be encouraged that this will pass. It's okay. Have your soup, drink your tea, cuddle up with a blanket and a pillow, get nice and cozy, and take care of yourself, rest, recover, and know that you'll get back to it really soon. And hopefully this video can help you through the process of having a cold, having a flu, not feeling your best, and then getting back into the swing of things with your healthy lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.